Whitman's in his windup. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle. Shot out to center field all the way to the fence. Going to make play on second. He's in there with the stand-up double.
Zach, finish low, throw hard, babe. Tuck that glove.
Robin.
Come on, babe. Blake, get up, babe. Come here, Jason. Come here, man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's 7-7 is the score, and I think they just scored. Now it's 8-7. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw we had a very serious internet loss here. We lost our DSL line for some reason all of a sudden, and now it's kind of back up and running, so we're just trying to get our computers up and running, but we apologize for that. Okay, now we got to figure out who is up. Here comes the pitch from Wallace, and it's going to be a foul back, and then there's strike one. Now, so we have to kind of do a little catch him up here.
It's number 3 batter.
Well, that would be, that'd be Cody Brucos. Pitch from Wallace. Be in there. Strike one, one ball and one strike. Trying to get back in the rhythm of things, and we have one out. Maitland now looks, winds up. Hard hit ball, and that's going to go into the left field. He will pick that one out of the ground, and now runners at first and third for Dinnwiddie American.
With one out.
With one out. That is true.
Hey, yo, get fired up.
Here in the top of the fourth, it's 8-7. Another high-scoring game here at Lynn Hart. And a chopped at that one. That's going to go to the shortstop. He's going to try for two. He does it. Nice double play. So 2 men left on base. We've got 1 run scored, and it's now Dinnwiddie American 8 and Dinnwiddie National 7. We will be right back right after these messages.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, we are back here at Lynn Hart. Having trouble with our video part. Had trouble with our audio as well. For some reason we kind of lost everything, and so folks, kind of apologize. By the way, if you happen to lose our video stream, then quickly go to www.wpexonline.com and click the Listen Live button. You'll be able to at least listen to us online until we get the the video signal back. Anyway, Robbie is working on that as well, so I think our video is up now. Yeah, so it's up at least for the time being. We got 8-7 now is the score here at Lynn Hart. Sun is setting. Actually, the sun's already set. The lights are out. Things are cooling off. Alex Bruco was Well, actually, that's Cody Brucos is in there pitching. He came in here earlier. Everybody's going to come in, and they have they're enjoying right now, 1-run lead. But believe you me, folks, that won't last long. Not the way things are going. Dinnwiddie can hit the ball like there's no tomorrow.
Toby went in last inning. Last inning we were just out there. He was out there.
Here we go. So I believe this is Dalton that's up. That one's going to be down and low for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. And we got a lineup for Crew Burkeville. We appreciate it. We'll see Pete Reed starting pitching in that game. They got some pretty good pitch. Three very good pitchers in Crew Burkeville. Here comes the pitch. And that was a pretty pitch right down the middle for strike one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tim, that looked good.
Yeah, it did.
All right. Brucos, look, winds up. Here comes down the pitch. That was a little bit low.
Yeah.
Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
You shot Nick. See you, babe.
Brucos looks, takes aim. Now swings his arms. Here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball. That's going to go to left field. He will call it and catches it. And a nice catch with 1 out.
Hey, you put the bat on it, babe. Good hit.
You can hear the ding in the bat as he sailed that one very high in the air. The left fielder of Dinnwiddie American was able to get underneath it and make a mighty fine catch. And that brings up out number 1. Charlotte and Crew Burkeville will be following this game. Here comes now the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
Shot.
Outfield playing fairly back here at Linhart. Infield playing normal position as that one goes in there for another ball. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 run separates this game so far. It's a close one. You know, I said earlier that both of these teams are very, very talented. The only reason I gave Dinnwiddie American the edge is because they have more experience, but that's it, folks. That's the only reason I said that.
Babe.
3 balls and no strikes. Here in the 4th inning. Here comes down the pitch. Ball 4.
No, it's
no,
strike.
Ball 3. Strike, okay. 3 balls and 1 strike.
3 and 1.
Now 1 out. Brucos looks. Now winds up in his stretch position. And he chops one into right fielder. And it's going to fall in for a base hit. So Maitland gets that base hit. Now bring up Ethan Lau. Runner on first base with 1 out. And
Helping his cause as a pitcher.
Yep. Here comes the pitch. That one's at the knees, but ball 1. Well, proverbial eye in the needle. The way it looks. Hard hit ball, though. And that one's going to go all the way to the fence. That went right down the left field line. Runners will hold up at third base. And at second, a nice double by Ethan Lau.
What hit that ball, Ethan?
So the tying run is at third base, and the go-again run is on second, only with 1 out. Here comes the coach, what I call it, Burcos. Well, Remember, Tim, you said it last night, just how well this team can hit if you give them a chance.
Oh, yeah. They're lights out.
Yep, that's exactly what they're doing right now.
It's all about playing small ball, and that's exactly what they're doing.
All this, we're only at the top of the fourth, so we got 2 more innings of this. And you can't count anybody out the way this score's been. Goodness gracious me. Here comes now the pitch. The changeup falls short. Everybody will charge forward. Everybody's backing each other up behind home plate.
He should have probably been home there.
Ball number 1.
Come on, Coach. Let's get on the ball.
A walk will load these bases up for Dinnwiddie Nationals.
You know that won't work.
Bruco's looks. Now gets ready for the pitch. Now he's going to be low, ball 2. Bruco's with no men on will wind up with all that motion. And he's got men on base and he goes into the stretch position. A lot of pitchers do that, but here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. In there for strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 is the count. Runners on second and third. You got 1 out, 8-7 lead by Dinnwiddie, by Farmville.
No, Dinnwiddie. Farmville was last game.
Dinnwiddie Americans got the lead over. Why do I say Farmville? Guess it's because of the white jerseys. That's it. Yeah, Farmville's out of it, unfortunately. But somebody must go home. That's the name of the game. All right, here comes now the pitch. It is hard hit ball. And a try stop. You're going to try to throw him out. No, didn't do it. And this game, this run will score, and this game is tied up. He tried to get the guy at third, and he missed it, but he will hold up at third. It's 8-8 now is the score.
With only 1 out. The guy on two guys in scoring position on both second and third.
Bruco's now looks. Runners on second and third. It's tied 8-8. Here comes the changeup. And that one's just going to float in there for ball 1. Yeah. One thing for sure in this game, they've both been neck and neck. Here comes the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be low for ball 2. Plenty of baseball action still left in this game.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. We still got 2 innings to play.
Here comes Bruco. Throws another one inside for ball 3.
This could be a very crucial inning, though, in the bottom half of this 4th inning here.
3 balls and no strikes. Here comes the bunt sign. He pulls back. Strike number 1.
All right, Gavin.
3 balls and 1 strike. Like I said, we had a computer failure earlier with some sort of glitch or something, kind of knocked out everything. All right, here comes the windup. The pitch is going to go sky high. Bruco's the pitcher will call it. He catches it, and it's out number 2. So the 3-1, he knocks it straight up in the air. It comes down and lands in Bruco's glove, and that is 2 outs.
That's definitely one he wishes he could have back.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes it a little bit easier on Bruco's and the infield. That way, any type of a hit in the infield, if they can field it, well, they can basically go to first base and retire to side. You do have runners, though, on second and third. That makes things a little bit tricky. Here's the windup, here's the pitch, and it's going to drive in there for strike number 1.
Yeah, curveball.
that what that was?
Yeah, that was curveball.
Well, no balls and one strike. He'll be swinging at this one probably. So something could happen. Here comes Bruco winding up the pitch. And another curve, it looked like. And they're going to try to throw it, and it's going to be a one-hopper, and they get him out. Good job by the first baseman as we retire the side.
Great play by third.
One run will score. They had 2 left on base. So as we go now to the bottom of the 4th, ladies and gentlemen.
Top fifth.
The top of the 5th. Yep, top of the 5th. Sorry, folks, everything's kind of a little bit behind, but that's okay. It's 8-8. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Breaks make more friends and express their individuality. When they learn to play some music, act or paint or dance or write creatively.
Hot from the toaster and filled with the essential creative thinking skills of an 18th century musical genius, Mozart Toasties are an important part of an arts-healthy childhood. Studies show that involvement in the arts helps kids increase test scores and promotes academic achievement. Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. The arts. Ask for more. Brought to you by Americans for the Arts, the NAM Foundation, and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Linhard Field. Unfortunately, with the computer DSL loss and the crash that we had earlier, we've lost the first part of the game, actually first 3 innings.
Yeah, I didn't get back to the top of the 4th.
But anyway, we still got the second. We'll sell that one at a reduced price for $5 or something. So anyway, some memories can't be lost, but we're going to try to keep it going. It's 8-8 though. All right. Lewis will now wind up and pitch the ball, and he's warming up. Well, that's in there for strike. Ball 1 ball and no strikes.
Oh. I had stretch.
Yep. Crowd kind of building up for tonight's nightcapper. Charlotte and Drew Burkeville, that slides in there for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of balls here on this day, that's for sure.
Hey, we got Robbie back.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Still pretty mad about losing that first half. Probably the best game in the series so far.
And that one is run down there for ball 3. Nobody can seem to hit that strike zone hard. Hard to do. Maybe it becomes a waiting game. Which one's going to be strike, which one's going to be a ball. Here comes this pitch. And that one's going to be right down there.
He really fired that one in there.
3-1 now is the count.
He fired that one in there. He smoked it in.
He needs to smoke 3 more down. Wind up. Here comes down the pitch. That one's in there, and it does just that, and that brings the count to full. All right, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Here comes an important pitch. Here comes the pitch. Way low, ball 4, and another walk.
Don't aim just 5, baby. Got confidence in you.
So who's that, Tim?
Where at?
On base.
That's Shetter. Sheeter.
Okay. He walks. That brings up Bryce Witt. Here comes now the pitch. And that's in there for ball 1. Dude, this guy behind the plate is a tough cat, man. Here comes the wind up in the pitch. Ball 2. Nothing close will suffice. That has to be bullseyed right down the middle to cut that strike. 1 run on first base. Here comes the pitch. There you go. In there for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. 8-8 is the score here in the 5th inning. Here comes the windup and the pitch from Lewis. Comes in there for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. You know some of these pitchers are just frustrated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here comes the pitch, the windup. And that one's in there for ball 4. So 2 walks right in a row. And now Dalton Simmons is up. And here comes the coach. We'll be talking.
Looks like Loud head and go in now.
Yep.
The parade of pitchers.
Yep, so number 6 will go in for pitching. And we will be right back right after this.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend. You were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to.
Well, games are about to begin, so we're going to kind of cut that short there. Runners on second base. Here comes out a pitch. And that was right in there for strike number 1. Runners on first and second, excuse me. No balls and 1 strike now. Here comes the next pitch. That was a curveball that really went wrong. Everybody will advance, and that puts runners in scoring position with no outs on second and third. Football scores, that's the only thing I can say.
To be fair, Dewey National and American have been keeping close the whole entire game.
All right, this is a chop pitch. Goes to second base. He bobbles it. 1 run will score, and nobody will get out. And runners now on first and third, and that will take a 9-8 lead. Dinnwiddie American now will pull ahead. That's Jewett that will be coming up.
And you go ahead and roll this double right there in the middle.
Here comes now the pitch. It's in there for ball number 1.
Coming home, babe.
Having so much trouble hitting the strike zone, these poor pitchers. Here comes the next pitch. That's in there for another ball. That's in there for ball 2.
Lyle's really throwing some smoke up there on that mound, too.
Yeah, but trouble is, umpires, how close are they? Here comes the runner down.
Broke up
That's
that
in there,
double play.
strike number 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners on second and third, and that takes out that fourth play.
Took out that double play.
They have the double play as well, that's correct. And that one's going to be in there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
No, that's a strikeout. That's 1 out.
You only want it?
Yeah,
1 out?
That's 1 out.
All right. Lau looks. Now in the stretch position and smokes that one down there. It's on foul back. And that brings up strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
No, that's 1 strike. That's 0-1. 0-1's count on this batter.
Okay, boy, that board's all wrong. Now that's better. No balls and 1 strike. Okay. Everybody's getting messed up in this game. Here comes down the pitch. And as go for a bunt, it's going to be in there for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. That's something you haven't seen, no balls and 2 strikes. Not very often, not in this game. In fact, not in any game, to be honest with you.
Come on, Nathan, you can do it.
Things starting to cool off a tad here. Lau winds up and delivers the pitch, throws that one hard, but that's going to be low for ball 1.
You got the stick. Ready infield.
One thing when this starts to happen, that's when the coaches come really into play, and they got to know how to use their pitches, and that's going to be low for ball 2. 2-2 is the count, but they got to know how to tell the players when to hold up, when not to hold up is on their batting. 9-8 is the score. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to be fouled back. Almost hits the crowd mic and bounces all the way out to the second baseman. And he'll field it and throw it back to the catcher Lyle. To the pitcher Lyle. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss.
He really smoked that one by him right there.
Tuitt will strike out. Now we'll bring up Will Driscoll. Will Driscoll. Sounds a little bit like a stockbroker.
Nope. Alex Brugos.
Brugos is up. Well, they have to change it around. Yep, sure is. So Alex Brugos will be. Oh, they shift things around a little bit. Now being there for strike 1. Now looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
This is the hardest I've seen Lau throw in the tournament, too. He's really bringing the scunion.
It's do or die. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball that's going to go fouling out of play on the left-hand or right-hand side. And now bring up strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A lot of patience have to be done in this game. Seems like you got to play it that way. Lyle will throw the ball. Oh, and a nice strikeout, number 3. So, 1 run scores, 2 men left on base. No errors, and as we now go to the bottom of the 5th, it is 9-8 in favor of Dinnwiddie American. We'll be right back right after this.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stack.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Leonard Field, it's 9-8. All right, well, looks like it's going to go to distance, as they say. Not surprising. And the edge right now Of course, I gave this edge, but it could go wrong to the Dinnwiddie Americans. But I'll tell you one thing, Dinnwiddie Nationals ain't through yet. That's for sure. They're not through by a long shot.
Look at the score. Everything Dinnwiddie Americans done, they've been counteracted by Dinnwiddie National.
Well, exactly. That's exactly right. As we know, Robbie.
Now that is number 4, Lance Dalton.
Well, folks, I hope people have tuned back into our stream. Apologize for our failure earlier. Here comes the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. Well, everything seems to be blinking over there on the modem, so I think we're doing pretty good, Robbie.
Yeah, I think CenturyLink let us down that time.
Yep. Here comes a pitch, and there's a foul to the down third base, and that's going to be end up strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Dinnwiddie like to score a quick one here, at least tie this ball game up. Robbie, do you know who's up?
I'm not sure. Cole Wallace, maybe? No.
Now that was a attempted curveball and change up or something there for ball 1.
Lance Dalton.
You see it, babe?
Lance Dalton, look, Bruco's at the mound, winds up, pitches low, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Be a while if this one went into over innings, wouldn't it?
Not beyond the realm of possibility.
Oh, no, not at all. Both of these excellent teams. And there, ball 3. And that brings the count to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the wind up. Here comes the pitch. And it's a foul back. And as the agonizing long innings continue.
Nailed the car.
Finally got someone's car. Yeah, it's bound to happen at some point.
Well, I know one thing. I'm going to soak my feet in nice bubble hot water tonight. Here comes the pitch. Foul back, and there's another car that's going to get hit.
Way to find them off, Lance.
That's why I put my car way up there, out of the way. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The white elephant's doing a lot of shaking.
That's me wiggling my foot. Sorry about that, folks. I can't help it. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball to the second baseman. Throws it to first for the out, and that's out number 1.
Dalton made him throw a lot of pitches, though.
Yeah, he made him work.
8 pitches there. 8 pitches just to Dalton right there.
Now bring up Thomas Sinsan. How do you pronounce that? Sanchez. That'll be in there for ball 1 at first pitch.
Hey, Matty.
Call him Matt.
You guys are doing a lot of moving. You guys are moving the whole cameras.
Here comes the pitch. That's going to be inside. It's going to be ball 2. My son Matthew is kind of walking around on the back of the trailer making the thing shake. 170-something pounds. Yeah. I can understand that.
That's ball 3. So Cody's thrown 3 balls in a row there, and they're going to call the manager out to have a talk with him.
Well, he won't be the first one that's fell victim to this. I don't think he's going to replace him. I think he's just going to come out and talk to him.
Yeah.
This has been a pitcher's nightmare if you're a pitcher in this series. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, yeah.
Pitchers are lasting a little bit longer now since the sun went down.
Oh, yeah, that humidity and everything's out now.
Yep, 3 balls and no strikes. Now it'll be ball number 4. Sanchez walk, and that brings up Tony Puckett. Toby can get him. So the tying run is on first base. 24. We have 1 out. Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 1. Good job, 24. See if I can, sorry about that. My knee hit that. I have to sit down for a second. Getting tired. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be in there for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Here we are at the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the bunt sign. Everybody charges. I want to say, see that Jewett ran towards home plate as everybody charged, and that's good coverage. Here's the pitch. And that's in there. Strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Is the count.
Cody Brugger's worked hard for that strike. He had to throw a lot of pitch to get that one.
A walk, put runners in scoring position. Hard hit ball.
Left fielder should have it.
And that is going to left field. He gets on
Checks it. They're going.
And they tagged up at first base.
Good hit, Kobe.
And with 2 outs, that will run a man into scoring position.
You got every picture besides the ball coming in the glove.
Now here comes the controversy. They're going to.
Yeah, they're saying he didn't tag up, but he did tag up.
Yeah, he did tag up.
Stay there!
And now they're going to protest it.
All kind of for nothing here, right?
And they're going, and he's saying, oh boy. 9-8 ball game. This is what happens.
Close game.
Come on, Bip. Who's on deck? Get up.
Boy, oh boy. Runner on second base. Okay. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for strike number 1. No balls and 1 strike. Out. Rucos is trying to hang in there. His pitching from
45 years old.
Dinnwiddie American. Here comes the next pitch. And that's going to be in there for ball strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's an important one coming up.
See the contact. You got this 10.
He looks. Here comes the throw. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3. And that will be the 3rd and final out. No run score, 1 man left on base, no errors. So as we come out to the top of the 6th, folks, it is 9-8 in favor of Dinnwiddie American. We'll be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography, the music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Breaks make more friends and express their individuality. When they learn to play some music, act or paint or dance or write creatively.
Hot from the toaster and filled with the essential creative thinking skills of an 18th century musical genius, Mozart Toasties are an important part of an arts-healthy childhood. Studies show that involvement in the arts helps kids increase test scores and promotes academic achievement. Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. The arts. Ask for more. Brought to you by Americans for the Arts, the NAM Foundation, and the Ad Council.
All right, we're back. Swing and a miss, strike 1. All right, who do we got up? All right. Whatever it is, he's got a strike against him. No balls and 1 strike.
Late Luke Costley, maybe?
We'll see. Here comes down the pitch. Change up in there for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Everybody's kind of shifting to the right.
Oh, yeah, they're behind it on the swing.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. In there for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lyle's throwing with a lot more heat than he did yesterday. He looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. Boom, strike number 3. Nice pitch. And Lyle has suddenly found the bullseye. All right. I don't know who that brings up. Who's up?
I think that's Cody Brugos.
Let's see what Cody can do. And that one's in there for strike number 1. And now Lyle has come alive. He's starting to throw strikes.
Yeah, there's a time in Dinnwiddie and Gary National need him to. This is it.
Here comes a pitch. And that one's going to be a hard hit to right field. He will field it. And he bobbles it. He will hold up at first base. So with 1 out, since Cody Brugos gets on first base.
Brings up, I believe, Zach Donovan.
Here comes Lyle with a pitch. And this one's going to be a chip, and that's going to go down.
Foul ball.
Yep. Foul ball in there for strike number 1. No balls and 1 strike.
All right, 6, you got to do bet. 22.
Here is the pitch. Wind up. And he chased after that one. And
That was a
strike number 2.
good off-speed pitch by Lyle. Great off-speed pitch.
And chasing that one all the way, huh?
Well, coming up following this game, Charlotte and of course,
come right
Drew
back with
Berkman. Pete Reed will be pitching. And that's a swing and a miss. Out number 2.
Good job, babe.
I believe that brings up Brian
None
Sheeter.
by you, boys. None by you.
21, Brian Sheeter, correct.
All right. Here comes the pitch. That was going to be foul back. Strike number 1.
Yeah, you say you're right. Lyle's come alive here all of a sudden, hasn't he?
Very much so. He's pitched some consecutive strikes. Which have been great. Here's the wind-up in the pitch. Oh, that one got away from him, though. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Maybe a play.
A run on first base for Dinnwiddie American. Here comes the pitch. Boy, did he shoot that one down in there. Wow, that That brings up strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch.
Too low.
That was going to be too low. Ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Well, one thing you have to admit, it's cooled off here at Linhart Field, and Lyle has gotten a lot hotter.
Yep.
Here comes the windup, a pitch. Oh, and a hard hit ball. That's going to go foul.
Nothing changes.
And nothing changes, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Get to 6. Good job, 6. Keep rolling.
2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Strike number 3. Struck him out. Good job by Dinnwiddie Nationals. And he got one last chance. We'll be back in just a little bit right here on the South Side Sports Radio Network, so don't go away.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge that he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Two-step.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Back here at Leonard Field, Last Chance Hotel. The Dinnwiddie Nationals, they need to score 1 to stay in this ball game.
2 to win.
2 to win. Here comes the pitch. Foul back, strike 1.
Relax, be patient, big.
Boy, this has been a long, long game.
Yes, it has.
Do you know what the total time of this game has been?
Well over 2 hours. Maybe about 2 hours.
I know my feet are telling me. This one's going to be a floater inside for ball 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, the time you don't want Cody Brugos to start, running out of gas. This is not the time for him to do it.
All right, here comes the wind-up pitch, low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And who's this up at?
I think it could be Zach Maitland. Top of the lineup for Dinnwiddie National.
Now put down on deck.
Anyway on, Zach, anyway on.
Yeah, Zach Maitland.
Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. It's a jumper. This is going to go in for a base hit. And a Dinnwiddie National crowd goes crazy. Wow. Well, the tying run is at first base, ladies and gentlemen.
Ethan Lyle now at the bat now for Dinnwiddie National.
Ethan's had a good day today. Here comes the wind-up in the pitch. And it's a swing and it's a foul back, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike.
So tying run on first, winning run at the plate.
You can hit in there, see contact.
You can bet you if that catcher even bobbles that ball, Maitland's going to motor on down to second base. Get into scoring position. Here comes the pitch. And a changeup. And got him. And there goes Maitland down second base, and he'll be in scoring position.
You got to remember, base hits. Base hits is all they need. They don't need to be swinging for the fence.
Yep, that's true.
And Tim, you're exactly right, because right now, since he's in scoring position, a base hit could very well score him and tie this ball game up.
Yeah, the
should have been a lot more patient on that swing.
Yeah, the walk-off home runs, they look good on ESPN, but they don't happen enough to win you the games.
Well, in this game, as we all know, as many walks as we've had in this entire series, home run's great.
Looking good, bud.
But home run can only be 1 or 2 scores. You need some runs. Here comes the pitch.
Strike 3.
Strike number 3, and it struck one of their main players out.
And now that's Cole
Wallace. Had a base hit earlier. What has he done? Base hit?
I don't have. That's got messed up in the blowout.
Well, he had a base hit. Actually, had 2 base hits. More than wide notes here. Runner on, and there goes a runner down second base.
Third base, yeah.
Third base, I mean. And with 1 out, scoring position. So, one error can bring that guy on in and tie this ball game up.
Base shot.
Yep, and a base shot's definitely going to score. Hard ball! And this is going to go right to the wall. And boy, this is Dixie U baseball at its best, and the score is tied 9-9 off of a double. Dinnwiddie National.
Now, Dinnwiddie America's in danger of losing this game now, because now winning runs on second. He comes in, it's game over.
Yep. And here comes the coach.
Have a talk with him.
Have a talk. Kind of see if they can strategize themselves out of it. Well, that was a quick pep talk, that's for sure.
So just time to say throw strikes.
I would have said something, make fun of the umpire's hair or something.
They're probably going to put him on first because he's been hitting the heck out of the ball.
That's what he said. Go ahead and walk him, you think? Yeah. I mean, what is one extra run at this point, right?
Well, let's see what the catcher does. What is he aiming, Robbie?
Then that way they got to force at third, second, or first.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
look,
they're walking.
They're actually going to walk.
I didn't think you're allowed to walk in Dixie U.
Yeah,
be careful, they overthrow it, and that guy's down on third.
Could have been bad.
Yeah, don't do that. Well, kind of the first walk that intentional walk that I've seen here at Dixie U. I think that's the smart thing to do, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, where is one extra
defensively, because then you got a force at anywhere third, second, or first.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you bring up a double play ball also.
And where does one extra run mean, right? I mean, one run loses you the game, so having another guy on base really doesn't mean anything.
Now we'll put Lewis on first.
Coming up is Blake Smith.
Yep.
And Dinnwiddie National coach gonna have a talk with his batter. Say, hey, they're not respecting you, man. They walk the other guy. They try to get you out.
But
you gonna take that?
Blake Smith has hit a home run.
Yes, he has. Trey said.
Runners on first and second.
Ball. There goes runner to third. He slides back.
That's the way to hold him.
He's got to strike out Blake Smith.
Good job. Make you up. Good job, Blake.
Oh, we're guaranteed to go into a seventh inning now.
Just stick back.
Yep. All right, here comes the windup and the pitch.
Strike.
This one's in there for strike number one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Got to be careful. They don't want to make any bad throws coming back to the pitcher or anything like that. Anything to advance these runners.
Yep.
You know, if you're Dinnwiddie American. On the other hand, Dinnwiddie Nationals, they will take anything they will get. They can get. And I don't blame them. 2 balls and 1 strike. All right, here comes the windup. Brucos looks, winds, and it's chopped up. And the first baseman will get it for the second out.
Looks around, says, I dare one of you guys to run, right?
And this could very well be the first over-inning game of the entire Little League series here.
Yep. Anyways, this now is Lance Dalton at the bat now for Dinnwiddie National. That's good.
Boy, a lot of pressure on poor Cody Brucos, and I'm telling you, he's been working hard. Here comes the pitch.
Yeah, that's
going to be in there for ball 1.
And we have people shaking our thing again.
All right, here goes the run. That's ball.
Hit Dalton.
Will he hit the ball?
No, it hit Dalton, hit by pitch.
Uh-oh. I didn't see that. That could be a very costly error there. That brings up, I believe, Thomas Sanchez.
Well, a walk will lose the game.
So, yeah, it all come down to him now.
But I hate to see a walk lose the game.
Yeah.
It's all we've had in this series. I mean, in the entire couple days is walks.
Oh,
that one went in there. That was in there for ball 1. And now there's a timeout being called, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. And they're bringing the umpires together. Umpires called the...
Yeah, they're seeing if that ball actually hit him.
If it has, that's the end of the ball game. But it must not be. They're all walking back in their possessions. We'd all be walking.
You don't want to see. You don't want to see
the concession stands.
You don't want to see a run done like that. You know.
No.
I mean, hit him or strike him out. Let's just. I mean, hit the ball, strike it out. Ball.
There's another ball. So 2 balls away from winning this game. Isn't that something? Much I hate to see that, Ronnie.
Yeah.
And a timeout is called. Well, I mean, you got to, because you got to calm down. I mean, this is it.
First time we've seen a game come down this close to the wire here, that's for sure. Bases loaded. I mean, something's going to happen with this runner one way or another. Or this batter, something's going to happen. He's going to win the game or he's going to strike out. We're going to go to extra innings.
Wow, a lot of pressure put on poor Kobe. I hate to be up there.
Yeah. Hey, Sanchez has a lot on him as well.
All right. Here comes the pitch now. Strike number 1.
That was close to a ball, too, I got to say. I think the umpire may have widened the strike zone just slightly to keep him to be able to make it to the car after the game, you know.
Oh, yeah. Here comes next pitch.
Oh, that's a ball.
Ball 3.
Ooh, ball 3 now.
And it's going to come down, folks, to this last pitch.
Yep. This is going to be the last pitch of the game, or he's going to throw a good strike here. Or a good hit.
Easy hit the target. Here comes the pitch. It's down and it
Ball
goes.
for it.
We'll lose the game on the baseball. What a way to win a game that on a walk. 10-9 is the final score. And Dinnwiddie American will walk on up. Well, folks, that will end this game, and we will be back broadcasting in just a few minutes. The Crew Burkeville will go up against Charlotte. It'll be a good one. We will talk to you later. This is the Southside Sports Radio Network, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Don't go away.